Assaluyeh. The pain I felt is paid for.
Hello everyone, welcome to Pana Adventures. After thousands of kilometers, endless landscapes, good food, weird fuel stops and even weirder sleep spots, this is the final leg of our epic trip from Tehran to Chabahar, to Assaluyeh, to Shiraz, to Esfahan and back, sort of. So let's rewind quickly. We started off in Tehran, the heart of the madness. We then met our friends and travel companions in Kerman. We were 12 hours late, but that's not unusual for us. We then rolled down to Chabahar on the edge of the Gulf of Oman, where the roads are empty and the scenery is wild. Then came the industrial maze of Assaluyeh, a pit stop that smelled like oil and gas. Between the silence of the sea and the roar of industry lies one of the most unforgettable drives in Iran. From the wild coastlines of Nayband National Park to the flaming skyline of Assaluyeh. This episode is about contrasts. Peaceful desert meets post-apocalyptic oil town. Nature meets machine, and somewhere in the middle, us, dust-covered, tired, and absolutely loving it. Nayband to Assaluyeh, just a few hours of driving, but what a world of difference. The route is dusty, bumpy, and at times feels like you're driving through Mars. Nayband is wild, not the Instagram kind, the real, raw, untouched kind. No hotels, no noise, just wind, waves, and whatever your tires can handle. Camping here is like time travelling. One moment you're watching dolphins from a cliff, the next you're chasing away a lizard trying to steal your tuna can. So today's goal, Assaluyeh. But first, we survived the road, which according to the GPS, is a suggestion, not a fact. And then boom, Assaluyeh hits you like a furnace. The landscapes turn orange and grey. The air, a mix of fuel, heat and pressure. This is something else. It's like driving into a sci-fi film set. You can feel the power pulsing in the air, literal fire coming out of the air. We took a shortcut, deducting a couple of hours from our journey. We had initially planned on driving around the scenic Persian Gulf coast to Assaluyeh city. However, we wanted to get to the city before dark, so we went off-road through Nayband National Park. It was quite the bumpy ride due to the rocky terrain, so it's definitely not for the faint-hearted. Nayband National Park offers a wide range of recreational activities, making it an ideal destination for nature and adventure enthusiasts. Popular activities include hiking on designated trails, mountain climbing, photography of natural landscapes and wildlife, night camping and bird watching. Additionally, aquatic activities such as swimming and boating in the park's rivers and small lakes are also attractions of this area. For families and children, the park provides facilities like natural play areas and environmental education workshops. Enjoying these activities not only provides unforgettable experiences for visitors, but also raises awareness about the importance of the environmental conservation. I've seen more animals than people out here, and I'm not complaining. Nayband is home to all kinds of creatures, from eagles circling overhead to foxes and gazelles that vanish before your camera focuses. It's wild country, truly wild. After dusting off the hood, checking the oil and the cracked tail light, I told my car, "You absolute legend. You deserve a medal or at least a car wash." She's been through it. Sand, heat, steep climbs, dodgy petrol, but she keeps on rolling. That's the soul of overlanding. This might just be the most peaceful place I've ever overlanded, and also the one where I got chased by a very persistent goat. Stick around. The road to the seaside isn't really a road, it's a challenge. One part rocky desert, one part sand, trap, and 0 part GPS friendly. This leg of the journey was more than just a drive. It was about contrast, about feeling small, about realising that adventure isn't always pretty, but it's always worth it. From silent cliffs to screaming flare stacks, it all tells a story, and overlanding is how we listen. You navigate with your eyes, your gut, and the occasional goat path. But every bump, every rattle is worth the moment the sea comes into view. Imagine a desert that dives into the ocean, No hotels, no tourists, no sound except the wind and the occasional seagull that somehow ended up here instead of Greece. This is where the desert meets the sea in the most dramatic way. It's Iran's southern frontier, raw, isolated and completely untouched. Nayband wasn't the destination, it was the pause, the quiet breath between the chaos. And when you finally drive away, it stays with you. Not every road has signs, not every moment has signal. But here you find something else, something better. Nayband is Iran's oldest marine national park. It protects coral reefs, sea turtles, mangroves, and one of the most unique desert-to-sea transitions on the planet. It's also home to one of the few remaining habitats for the Persian leopard, so it's no big deal. And if you're wondering, no, I didn't see a leopard, just a very judgmental lizard. Some places don't need roads, they don't need campsites or signs or likes on social media. Some places just exist, wild, forgotten and alive. Welcome to seaside Nayband. Located on the southern coast of Iran, seaside Nayband is part of Nayband National Park, a stunning mix of desert, cliffs, mangroves and untouched shoreline. No hotels, no crowds, no noise. This is unreal. You expect crowded beaches, umbrellas, music, but here, just wind, water and the sound of your own heart slowing down. Here, the desert doesn't stop when it hits the ocean. It spills right into it. Cliffs drop into clear blue water and mangroves grow out of salt and sand, like it's the most normal thing in the world. If you enjoyed riding with us through dust, diesel, dolphins and divine sunsets, hit that like button and drop your thoughts in the comments, because the next road is calling and it's not going to drive itself. Nestled along the Persian Gulf, Assaluyeh stands as a port and the capital of Assaluyeh County in Iran's Bushehr province. With a population of around 14,000, the city boasts a rich historical legacy, with some attributing its origins to the Sasanian era, while others trace its existence back to 4000 BC. Over the centuries, Assaluyeh's strategic port status Assaluyeh lies 70 kilometres from the beautiful port city of Kangan and 30 kilometres from the picturesque Nayband region. Beyond its historical attractions and the azure waters of the Persian Gulf, Assaluyeh holds immense industrial value due to its proximity to the gas fields and platforms of South Pars. The presence of an international airport further enhances the region's significance by facilitating access to petrochemical and refining industries. Consequently, Assaluyeh welcomes a large influx of workers each year. Nestled along the Persian Gulf southern coast, Assaluyeh stands as a port city in Iran's Bushehr province, approximately 290 kilometres from the provincial capital. Its eastern borders touch the village of Cha Mubarak, while to the west lies the port of Shiraz in Kangan County. The Zagros Mountains rise to the north, and the Persian Gulf embraces its southern expanse. Assaluyeh's true essence lies in its status as a colossal industrial hub, home to the South Pars gas field, the world's largest gas reserve. This industrial powerhouse encompasses a network of refineries and petrochemical complexes, drawing a multitude of workers into its dynamic centre. While employment opportunities abound, Assaluyeh's allure is tempted by its sweltering climate, particularly during the spring and summer seasons. Despite its industrial character, Assaluyeh holds a captivating charm, boasting a designation as a free trade and industrial zone. Beyond the realm of industry, the city unveils a treasure trove of natural wonders and historical attractions, beckoning tourists from far and wide. Assaluyeh, Iran's industrial hub, welcomes travellers via diverse transportation routes. You could drive like we did. It also has its own airport. You can also do a bus journey, travelling from Chabahar with many stop-offs. Unfortunately, it doesn't have its own rail connection. However, you can get a train directly to Shiraz, and then a bus from there will take you straight to Assaluyeh city. Assaluyeh's geographical positioning in Iran's southern realm bestows upon it a warm and humid climate, characteristic of the country's tropical regions. This climatic pattern influences the region's flora, favouring heat-resistant and salt-tolerant plant species, including the iconic date palm groves that grace the landscape. While Assaluyeh's terrestrial biodiversity may be limited due to the climate, the region's marine life flourishes, showcasing a rich diversity of aquatic species. Assaluyeh's temperatures soar to highs of 45 degrees Celsius during the summer months, while winter ushers a milder climate with temperatures hovering around 5 degrees Celsius. For an optimal travel experience, consider planning your visit during the cooler months to fully immerse yourself in Assaluyeh's captivating attractions. While Assaluyeh's reputation as an industrial powerhouse precedes it, the city unveils a captivating side, brimming with natural wonders and historical treasures waiting to be discovered. Embark on a journey through that hidden paradise and immerse yourself in a unique charm. Immerse yourself in the breathtaking beauty of Nayband Bay, Iran's first marine national park, situated just 16 kilometers from Assaluyeh. This haven of biodiversity showcases lush mangroves, towering trees, verdant valleys and crystal clear waters, creating a mesmerizing panorama. There's plenty to see and do once you get to Assaluyeh city. You can immerse yourself in the breathtaking beauty of Nayband Bay, Iran's first marine national park. It's situated just 16 kilometers from the city. This haven of biodiversity showcases lush mangroves, towering trees, verdant valleys and crystal clear waters, creating a mesmerizing panorama. There is also Cheshme Khelat. Escape the industrial humdrum and discover Cheshme Khelat, a tranquil oasis nestled amidst rugged mountains just 5 kilometers from the city. Cascading waterfalls and verdant palm groves surround the village's namesake spring, offering a sanctuary of serenity amidst the arid landscape. Bidhun Spring, a historical gem. Venture into the village 5 kilometers from Assaluyeh city and uncover the spring, a historical marvel. This ancient water source, nestled amidst the foothills, boasts an impressive reservoir and captivating coastal vistas, making it a true hidden gem. For those who enjoy the beach, there's a coastal paradise, Nayband Beach. Embark on a 40-kilometer journey eastward from the city and unveil the pristine beauty of Nayband Beach. Renowned as one of Iran's most picturesque villages. Despite its challenging access, the allure of its untouched nature beckons adventurers, offering pristine shores, mesmerizing rock formations, and a haven for fishing and water sport enthusiasts. Assaluyeh is not here to play. It's loud, it smells like burning dinosaurs, and everything is glowing. Kind of like Mordor, but with better tea. There's also Shiraz necropolis to visit. Explore this necropolis of Shiraz, an array of rock-cut tombs carved into the northern slopes of the Siraf Mountains. While their origins remain debated, some believe these structures served as Zoroastrian burial chambers, while others suggest they were reservoirs for rainwater. It's a surreal place. You've got the raw power of industry all around you, but right beside that beautiful coastline and quiet fishing villages, the contrast, unreal. Assaluyeh's strategic location in the vicinity of rich oil and gas fields has propelled it to the forefront of Iran's industrial landscape, establishing it as cornerstone of the nation's energy sector. The abundance of hydrocarbons in the region has fueled the development of a sprawling industrial complex, encompassing refineries, petrochemical plants, and a thriving manufacturing base dedicated to petroleum-based products. Unfortunately, a local driver crashed into one of our friend's cars. Thankfully, no one was injured and there wasn't too much damage. However, the police did attend, the driver swapped information, and we went on our way. We had a shopping spree in Assaluyeh city, and for those who enjoy shopping, it has everything and anything you could ever want. We sought for dinner in a lovely Italian restaurant and had the best pizza I've personally ever tasted. After shopping and eating until we were fit to burst, we headed to our hotel for a well-earned sleep. Nestled along the Persian Gulf, Assaluyeh stands as a port city and the capital of Assaluyeh County in Iran's Bushehr province. With a population of around 14,000, the city boasts a rich historical legacy, with some attributing its origins to the Sasanian era, while others trace its existence back to 4000 BC. Over the centuries, Assaluyeh's strategic port status has made it home to numerous fortifications, including a grand citadel surrounded by a bustling bazaar. The land currently known as Assaluyeh was once covered in mangrove forests. Over time, the receding sea exposed the land, prompting the inhabitants of Assaluyeh to settle on the mountainside. Evidence from nearby regions like Kish, Bahrain, Hormuz and Bandar Abbas suggests that the Portuguese held power in these areas for over a century. Following their expulsion, numerous tribes from Bahrain, Saudi Arabia and Oman migrated to Iran, possibly explaining the Arabic language prevalence among many southern residents. The region's religious makeup is predominantly Shia, and Sunni Islam. Assaluyeh unveils itself as more than just an industrial powerhouse. It is a city where energy and innovation intertwine, with a deep appreciation for traditional crafts, cultural heritage and culinary delights. Embark on an enriching journey through Assaluyeh and discover the harmonious blend of industry, artistry and the enduring spirit of its people. This is the kind of place that makes you think, man, I should have studied chemical engineering. There's something powerful about places like this. No filters, no structure, just you and the reminder that the world is so much bigger and quieter than we think. Overlanding isn't just about driving to new places. It's about remembering how to just be in them. To the south of Iran, thank you for having us and thank you so much for the memories. If you ever get the chance to overland here, do it. Just don't tell too many people. We are now making the journey back home to Tehran. Not all of our friends live in Tehran, so we will stop off in Shiraz to say goodbye to those of us heading elsewhere.
آقا ببخشید بعدی کار بعدی شوخی بعدی هر میزنی دمت گرم که فیلم گرفتی همه رو وایرالمون کن میخوایم بریم اون بر دنیا نه دیگه میرفته داریم
مهدار چه خبر؟
نمیدونم انشاءالله تو امروز نمیای اصلا مهدار علی بیا اینجا بچه بغله که
آخه
همچنان داری فیلم میبینی موضوع تو ماشین ما
موضوع الان زرد میشم، موضوع که زرد شدم بعد میام میبرم دیگه.
کاناری این سفر بیا یا نگیدیم باباش فیلم بگیر. این میگه من دیگه از این بعد سفر میام، نمیگه نمیام. قبوله؟
بله از این بعد همیشه میاد.
خداحافظ. خوش اخلاق.
Something here. We're going to go get food, and I think he wants to sleep somewhere.
Okay, nice to meet you so much.
این خونه خاله حمید رضا.
هر وقت دیگه بریم.
فدات شم.
خدا تعارف
این یه دور میزنیم شیراز سمت سوچابی.
ما اینجوری نیستیم.
میخوام این شیراز ببینیم آخه.
باشه ما میریم با هم میریم خب.
حالا میریم یه دور میزنیم ببینیم چی میشه بزنیم.
به خدا تعارف
به خدا تعارف
اگه تعارف نمی‌کنی بیا.
فدات بشم من به خدا تعارف
من با تو
نمی‌کنم.
تعارفی نیستم.
فدات بشم ما هم همینطور نیفتید. فقط میریم یه دور میزنیم. شاید اگه وقتی هستم بریم پرسپولیس رو ببینیم تخت جمشید.
انشالله.
ندیدیم تا حالا.
چه دوربین خوشگلیه.
بدای تو.
از همینجا پرهام رو میبوسم. پرهام این فیلم رو نگه دار به یادگار روزهای بعد سالهای بعد. خداحافظ پرهام. سفر خوب ساحلیمون خیر.
خداحافظ.
We've now sadly said our goodbyes to some of the funniest, kindest friends anyone could ask for, and hope to meet up with them again soon for more driving, off-road and desert overlanding adventures. Hopefully our next Iran trip will be very soon.
شما هم رفتیم فدای شما خیلی ممنون.
همین رضا بیا برو دیگه.
هم خبرهای خیلی خوبی بودین فدای شما. نه بابا این حرفا چیه چه بی تربیتی. گفتیم و خندیدیم و شاد بودیم و فدای شما. اونجا بردمش توی دریا تمام نمک چسبیده.
کارش در
نه ولی شسته میشه.
چون همین رسته باید با خمیسی میکنه.
آره
همین رضا بیا برو دیگه.
آقا ما رفتیم.
خداحافظ خداحافظ خداحافظ. زمانش مال تو. خداحافظ.
کجا می‌خوایم بذاریم؟ من دیشب اصلا خوابم راحت بود. داده یه صدای تو زیر گوشم. خیلی در ماشین من چجوری بخوابم؟ صدا تو زد کن منم شب به شب بفرست.
برو مسی برو سمت اصفهان اومدی. برو سمت اصفهان. راه بیفتی بریم سمت اصفهان.
اصفهان یا شیراز؟
اصفهان. دماوندی الان باید بریم بالا دیگه. بریم اصفهان شیراز نیم.
باشه.
چاکر مراقبت کنید. من همینطور خبر عالی موجود شما ها. خیلی خوش گذشت. شما ببخشید اگه ما جسارت یعنی جسارت کردم. ببخشید دوستتون کردم. درجه یک خوشمشرم و پرانرژی. همیشه اینجور بمونیم و شما اینجوری سرحال ببینیم و همه عشق کنیم سفرهای بعدی. شاید سفر بعدی کجا بریم
با هم. حتما با من.
منو ببر. بریم. دلیل بیچونی باید تو. باید تو باشید.
خدا
We did drive through Shiraz, but unfortunately didn't get the chance to stop off and explore. But that's definitely a trip we want to make soon. We did, however, stop for lunch in Isfahan, again a flying visit. So hopefully next time we will tour the city and see what it has to offer.
چیکار میکنی؟
تبلیغ دایان رو دیدی؟ چی؟ سفر کوتاه ایمن همراه ما به دایان آبی.
بسی بسی بود نه
تبلیغ دایان بسی
این ویدیوی خنده دار ما میبافت حالا کیان از ماست
No, we have an extra passenger. She wanted to ride in our car as she loves the dogs, Coco and Belfie. Don't worry, we didn't steal her. She reluctantly went back to her own car at one of the rest stops on our way home to Tehran from Shiraz. But she made very good friends with the younger son Kian, and I saw her as my little sister, and this clip is just her taking the camera and just taking random videos and having fun with it. And turned annoying Kian as he was trying to sleep as he was very, very tired because it was a 10-day trip. He was very tired. But yeah, this one clip is just me and her basically just annoying Kian and her taking the camera and having fun with it. As it was something she never done before, and she also loved our dogs. So yeah. But at the end of it, she reluctantly went back to her car at one of the rest stops. But we made good friends again, and they live quite close to us in Tehran. So we hope to see her and her family again very soon.
So now that each passenger is with their own family in their own car, we are hitting the highway for our long journey back to Tehran. Although we did take a quick detour for lunch in Isfahan. Gone are the beautiful scenic coastal towns, the quiet roads, and the splashing waves of the turquoise waters of the Persian Gulf. We're now back to busy traffic jams, blaring horns, and a much colder climate. Going home from a fabulous holiday is always bittersweet. Spending 6,000 kilometres driving on the roads isn't for everyone, but it's something we really love doing. Deciding that day whether to camp or to go to a hotel depends on the location and whether or not we have a lot of driving the following day. Like us, you could alternate between camping and hotels. One night camping, one night at a hotel, and so on. Guided tours aren't really for us. We enjoy the freedom of deciding where to go, what to see, and then we can spend as much or as little time as we choose at different locations, especially as we love going off-road. If you're a keen traveller, I highly recommend driving and exploring the south of Iran. Just make sure to have all your camping supplies, as there may not be hotels or guest houses nearby, particularly in the smaller villages. Unfortunately, our car had had enough after almost 6,000 kilometres, not too far from Isfahan. The engine gave up and began to smoke. We were stranded, cold and exhausted, a bit like the car. We had to call a recovery truck who took us back to Tehran. It took almost 7 hours and wasn't the ending we had anticipated. However, the car spent a few weeks in the garage and is now fighting fit and ready to take us on our next Iranian adventure. Right about here, she gave up. Engine gone, turbo screaming, my soul slowly evaporating. We called for help. We called mechanics, and eventually we found a recovery truck. We told them, please, urgent. Say hello to our chariot of shame, recovery truck number 72. Leather seat covers, 1 cracked window, and unlimited roadside chat. Have you ever tried napping, sitting upright in a cold car while it wobbles behind you like a sad trailer? Highly not recommended. We made it back, tired, dirty, slightly traumatized, but with hearts and memory cards full. We didn't conquer the roads, but we definitely confused it. Thanks for joining me on this wild ride. If you laughed, cried, or yelled, change the oil. At the screen, drop a like, subscribe, and stay tuned. More chaos coming soon. Here's a small collage of photos from our trip. A trip that we thoroughly enjoyed and will forever be in our memories. Thanks to our friends for making the trip fun, full of laughter, singing, dancing, joking, and so much more. We love you guys and can't wait to do it all again. That's all for this season, our Southern Coast adventures in Iran. If you stuck with us through the desert roads, salty winds, busted shocks and canned tuna dinners, you are officially part of the crew. Hit that like button, subscribe and drop a comment with where we should take the next overlanding adventure in season 2. Thank you so much again for joining us. and we'll hopefully see you soon. Bye for now.